Dear students, myself Shilesh Kumar, Assistant Professor in English Literature. Welcome to English Literature class. And our today's poem is Kubla Khan. Kubla Khan was composed by S.T. Coleridge, and my dear students, you can see Kubla Khan, the poem is also known as a vision in a dream, a fragment, a vision in a dream, a fragment by S.T. Coleridge. So now, introduction to the poet S.T. Coleridge. You can see that S.T. Coleridge was born in 1772 and died in 1834. The full name of S.T. Coleridge is Samuel Taylor Coleridge. S.T. Coleridge was an English poet, literary critic, philosopher, and also founder of Romantic movement in England. S.T. Coleridge is a member of Lake Poets, and his famous creations are The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Kubla Khan, the major prose work Biographia Literaria. Next, S.T. Coleridge was known for the addiction of opium. Opium is being used for intoxication. So S.T. Coleridge was addicted to opium, and he wrote most of his poems when he was intoxicated. And Kubla Khan, the poem was written when he was intoxicated with opium. That's why Kubla Khan is known a vision in a dream, a fragment. In 1795, Coleridge befriended William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is one of the greatest nature poets in English literature. So in 1795, Coleridge befriended William Wordsworth, who greatly influenced Coleridge's verse. In 1798, the two men collaborated on a joint volume of poetry entitled Lyrical Ballads. It means the two men S.T. Coleridge and William Wordsworth jointly wrote a very famous volume of poetry named Lyrical Ballad. So in 1798, lyrical ballad was written jointly by S.T. Coleridge and William Wordsworth. And in English literature, Romantic revival age starts with the publication of lyrical ballads. So with the publication of lyrical ballads, romantic revival age starts. Next, the poem Kubla Khan is the production of his pure imagination after taking opium, after intoxication. He wrote the poem Kubla Khan. Coleridge's poems are known for willing suspension of disbelief. Willing suspension of disbelief means that the readers will accept the poems on its own terms over to the author's vision. The reader will accept, not accepts, accept. The readers will accept the poems on its own terms over to the author's vision. Next, the poem Kubla Khan starts with a scene. So now the poem Kubla Khan starts with a scene in which the poet mentions about a king named Kubla Khan. Kubla Khan is the name of a king of an emperor, a Mongol emperor, a place named Xanadu, and a sacred river Elf. So we see that in the poem, the poet mentions Kubla Khan, the emperor, the Mongol emperor. Xanadu is the name of a place, and a sacred river Elf, where sacred river Elf flows. The speaker mentions about emperor's palace, which he calls a pleasure dome. The speaker mentions about emperor's palace, not place, palace, okay, which he calls a pleasure dome. The speaker mentions that Kubla Khan ordered the king, the emperor, the Mongol emperor, Kubla Khan ordered to build the stately pleasure dome, a palace in Xanadu, where a sacred river Elf flows. and we see in the poem that the beautiful dome will be surrounded by gardens and forests in 10 miles of fertile fields. So in the poem we see that the poet S.T. Coleridge has a great love towards nature, because in the poem he mentions so many natural objects, or in the poem where he wants to create his imaginations regarding a palace, and we see the palace will be built in the gardens or in the forests in 10 miles of fertile fields. Next, the sacred river Alf. The sacred river Alf flows in 5 miles through the forests and goes into an ocean. Kubla Khan himself listens the noise of the river and thinking about war. So the river, Alf, the forest, gardens, palace, all these are natural objects. So S.T. Coleridge was truly the founder of Romantic revival. A scene of a woman wailing to her demon lover. Demon lover, a lover who has betrayed his beloved. So in the poem we find a very horrible scene about a woman, and a woman who is crying, who is shedding tears because she was deserted by her lover. The shadow of the dome floats on the waves. The shadow of the dome. The dome has a very huge size, and the shadow of the dome floats on the waves of that second river, Alf. The speaker mentions about a damsel with a dulcimer, an Abyssinian lady who plays her dulcimer and sings a song of Mount Abora. So in the poem we also see a very beautiful scene that a lady who is playing on dulcimer, a very sweet musical instrument, and the lady sings a song of Mount Abora. So this is your part first of Kubla Khan. In our next video we will see about part second. Thanks.